Well, it is a Sunday afternoon and it's hockey day, and you can feel it's beginning to look a lot like that time of year again.
Winning, I hope.
Well, you know what? Interesting first period. Shots on goal for
Interesting.
Peterborough, 11, and we've got 4, it looks like, right? So,
Yep.
not really where we'd like to be right now.
No.
I thought, we come out, we got that first goal, Felak, beautiful goal.
Beautiful goal.
But then I thought that would take, but that hasn't happened. It wasn't long after that the Peterborough Petes came back and scored.
And again, not to put too fine a point on it, but
I will.
We made an oops, and they capitalized. That's the way it works.
Yeah. Boy, near the end of that first period too, it was like we had the puck, and then it got to them, and then it got back to, like, there we were passing it in the wrong direction again.
Well, you can sense the tension. Like, you can cut it with a knife out there right now.
Yeah,
it's some pretty intense hockey so far.
It's the calm before the storm, so to speak. And there has been a lot of roughness. Right, the swarm, right. Really interesting out there too. Boy, in the last few games at home here, we've seen a lot of hockey sticks breaking.
Yeah, 100%.
Like a whole bunch. Not just
That's the first time somebody got penalized for playing with a broken stick, though.
Well, he swung pretty hard after.
Yes.
And, somebody could really get hurt out there, I think, from that. But,
for sure.
Yeah, playing with a broken stick. Interesting.
I can loan him mine.
That's it. Yeah, right? We got our Main Street sticks here. Main Street. She's over here. She's wanting to, like, chop.
Fill out faster.
Well, she's been swinging that. She's been doing this over there. She's been like this, and I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Who are you looking for? Right. Well, I don't know. Like, what are you seeing out there? I mean, it's been a pretty good pace. I think I'd like to see it a little faster.
You know what? I think, frankly, right now it's some good hockey. There's a lot of back and forth. I think the one thing that we're going to have to really put a little effort into is getting out of the corners.
There's been a lot of that. We don't do well there.
And a little cleaner because right now we're getting our brains beat out in the corners, and that's always a bit of a challenge. So I think if we can, not penalize our guys for going into the corners and getting their brains beat out, then we'll save a little more in the tank for the end of the game, right?
Well, and
it takes a lot of energy to do that.
Well, and kind of back to the tension that's out there too. Like, there's I call it more aggression. Really, it's building, and it built quite quickly. I'm not quite sure why. And where did that come from?
Well, no, I don't know. I think it's just that the style of game that's been being played out there right now. I mean, it's it's a very physical style of hockey that
Peterborough's bringing
we're playing. Peterborough's bringing it, and we're giving it right back to them. So it's just the way it is.
I sense prediction on the tip of your tongue.
No. I would say I'm optimistic.
Right.
I think the Sting are actually playing better now against some of these more aggressive teams than we have in quite some time.
Yes.
And part of that is just playing smart hockey in between.
Yeah.
And I think that we're certainly doing that a little bit better. Clearly there's still a few things to fix, but I think overall, having a stronger defense where, we have the guys that are used to playing that position, some of our bigger guys in those corners will help clean that out a little bit, and we'll spend less time in the, fighting for a puck in a corner.
Right.
But we got to get it off the boards.
Well, and Nicholas Strzika there doing very well.
Doing a wonderful job.
He's right where he needs to be. He's moving a lot.
Absolutely.
That glove works really well for him.
Well, you know what? I think overall, I mean, I think, nice to see our backup goalie being able to put in this level of performance.
Yep.
Clearly with shots on goal 11-4, and the score is the same. He's
working.
He's doing his job, and he's made some pretty incredible saves out there so far. So, my hat's off to him right now for playing so darn well.
I'll bring it up before you do. The refereeing, I think, has set a pretty good pace out there as well. They seem to be. I haven't seen anything really horrible that I didn't like. Maybe I'm watching a different game again. I don't know.
You're baiting me.
I would never.
Yes, you would.
Here's a silver platter.
You know what? I just think it's. We've talked about it in the past. I think the job of the referees are to, keep the game moving, keep the guys safe from unsafe play, and that sort of thing. And those are the guys that should be penalized. And it just, I don't know. We seem to take our fair share of what I would consider to be fairly silly, some silliness. And, the Peterborough's getting away with murder.
They're getting away with more, are they?
I think so, honestly, And I don't know what that is. And maybe they're seeing something different down on the ice. And again, we've talked about it many times. I would never want to put on the stripes and have to be out on the ice.
There's the disclaimer on the screen.
Figuring this out.
But
on the other hand, I don't think that Sarnia is any more aggressive a team than any other OHL team. In fact, I think they're less so. I think physically we don't have the guys for that.
Aggressive.
No. And, and we
other
don't have.
teams know that, though.
Sure. So they come in here and I can think of like Flint and Barrie are both, particularly aggressive teams.
Right.
And, we have just as much problem in a lot of cases with the refereeing in those games. So I don't know what they're seeing, but I think I see it different. And I don't think I know I'm biased. I get it. I'm a Sting fan. I will remain a Sting fan.
If we were winning, you wouldn't have a problem with the referees.
No, that's not true. That's what's not true, Dave. Not even remotely. You know what? If they're calling it wrong, they're calling it wrong, win or lose.
All right.
That's all there is to it.
Tyson Doucette in there for delay of a game. I missed that.
I missed it altogether, too.
The only thing I know, there was a puck that went way up in the air and flying way down. You know how, like, if it hits the meshy net there, they got to blow the whistle. But and then I saw a Peterborough guy point or something, and then the whistle blew.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what are they saying? He flew the puck up intentionally?
Well, so that one is that technically you can't do it out of your own defensive zone.
Yeah.
So if you without deflect or something like that, if you shoot it straight out of your defensive end, that's always a delay of game call. But I honestly missed that.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But you know what? I'll give you that. That's a
fair call. I think.
If you see it happen, it's a fair call. That's
it was
something
called
I
pretty
could
quick.
miss.
So
I
feel like when a call is like, you got like 3 seconds, maybe, to make a call, wouldn't you say? I mean, other than when it's like an offside or whatever, but like you've got. If you wait that long, it should be just let it go. Am I wrong there in saying that?
Yeah. No.
There's a timing to calling a penalty.
There is 100%. And frankly, the guys that I have the most issues with in that case is the linesman, because we've had a couple of very delayed calls.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Well, that's why I mentioned it.
And I think that's that's a problem. I mean, if they're offside, they're offside. You blow the whistle, you call the offside. They shouldn't be taking 2 or 3 shots on goal before you blow the whistle and say offside.
Touch the stick and then, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just can't do those kinds of things. So, and then there was some...
They're going to send us to referee school.
Well, and there were some icing calls I just thought were, because it has always been my understanding that if you ice the puck, but your guy is first to make it to that puck, it's not an icing call.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. But we got referees blowing the whistle before the puck even hits the baseline.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, whoa, hang on, whoa. Because our guy is like right there.
Yeah.
And I just,
Could have been
come
a play.
on, guys.
Yeah, okay, all right. He took the bait.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I
Okay,
totally
we're
did.
tied at 1 apiece, so there's still another 40 minutes of hockey left. So I believe that
lots
I think
of
the Sting,
hockey.
we're going to see a different Sting come out here in the second period. They have to be different coming out in this second period. Okay, Felak got the goal in there. Way to go. Let's get going. We've got to get some insurance happening out there. We're always cutting it so darn close all the time.
Yeah.
It seems like this year,
Get out of the
Let's
corners.
get a little further ahead. Yeah, stay out of those. That was the first thing I noticed in that first period.
Get the puck back
What are you
over the
doing
blue
over there?
line. Yep. Get your puck
Tripping
back
over our
the
own
blue
skates.
line.
Got to cut that out. But we love you, Sarnia Sting, and we know you've
100%.
got it in you to bring it out there. So let's see them bring it out here. We'll be back at the end of the second period. We'll leave the referees out. We've already done enough for them. And that'll be it. And post-game press conference always coming up here. And hope you're feeling okay. You
Yeah.
sound a little hoarse, but
Yeah.
it's not. I've got the volume cranked.
Nice.
Normally I'm turning it way down.
Yeah.
All right, live from the concourse with the Sarnia Sting. I'm David Burrows and my dear friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!